Hello, Internet. Hello, Internet. My name is Ayla Tesler-Mabe, and today we're going to learn the classic Steve Miller Band song, The Joker. All you need to know are three very simple open chords: G, C, and D. And then you will actually be able to play the whole song. The song is actually in a different key. You won't be able to play along with the recording as is, but the original key uses some pretty awkward chords that a lot of beginners might find pretty tricky. So I wanted to teach you a version of the song that uses chords that even most beginners will probably already know. First off, like I said, there are only three chords you're gonna need to know to play the song: G major, C major, D major. And in case you aren't already familiar with them, let's break them down. G major. Let's put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, your index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then you can reach over with your ring finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the high E string. That being said, this could be a little bit of a stretch. You could also use your pinky there instead on the 3rd fret of the high E string. I would recommend trying both and seeing what you prefer. Now let's move to C major. Put your ring finger here on the 3rd fret of the A string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, leave that G string open, index finger on the 1st fret of the B string, and keep that high E string open. And because it is a C major chord, our root is here. That's the note you're playing with your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. And the only reason that's important to point out right now is because you want to start the chord from that string. So avoid the low E string. See, that's a little muddy. That's not what we're looking for. Strum from the A string down. That should be a C major. D major, how do we play that? Well, the chord's going to start with the D string. We're going to leave it open. We're not going to put anything on there. And then you're going to take your index finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the G string, your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E string. And that's a D major. G major, beautiful chord. C major, stunning chord. D major, fabulous chord. And now we know all the chords we need to play this song. Just so you know, we do teach tons of other chords and songs on Guitareo.com. So be sure to check that out if you want to take your playing to the next level and expand your song repertoire. So the intro and the verse of the song sounds like this. Wait, that's not true. It's just this progression repeated over and over again. So we're playing G major for 2 beats, so you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, moving to C major, and then D major for 2 beats, back to C major. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play it 2 times in a row, just so we can really internalize where that progression starts and stops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the end of the progression. Now we just restarted on that G major. And that just repeats. You play it a whole bunch of times until the chorus hits, and that's where things change a little. This is how the chorus goes. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I think it's a little easier to hear where the progression starts and stops when there's some singing there. So hopefully that helped. G, C, G, C, G, C. So really, that's 3 times, going from G to C, and then G to C, and then G to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the 3rd time. 2, 3, 4. And then you play D major for 2 beats, C major for 2 beats, and then the progression repeats. So here's the start of the chorus. I'll sing so you can keep track of where we are. I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight talker. I get my loving on the run. So as you heard there, that progression repeats 4 times, but when we get to the very end, you end up holding that D major chord for a little while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So the equivalent of 2 bound. What? So the equivalent of 2 bars? And I mean, that's the whole song, guys. That's pretty much the whole thing. Now, you might actually recognize, going back to the intro verse progression. You might recognize that from another song. For example, Angel by Shaggy, which came out a few decades later. Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling angel. Right? And of course, there are lots of other songs that use this chord progression. It's really worth getting this progression under your fingers because, you'll learn some new chords, you'll get better at chord changes, you're gonna learn a classic song, The Joker, and you're gonna learn some skills that you'll be able to apply to lots of other songs. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed learning this classic song, and please leave a comment down below of any other acoustic classics you would want me to cover. So until next time, have a splendid day, and I will see you soon.